I'm her. She. Take a pic. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am your girl, Altanya Lachey. If you're new here, welcome back. If you're not, think about joining our tribe. We would love to have you. If not, just take this message for whatever it gives you. Many of you all may or may not know that I have a podcast. I co-host with my brother. Sometimes I do Mindset Monday, so I'm bringing the Mindset Monday back. Go ahead and start, but I did want to give you a little backstory as to where the Mindset Monday comes from. Today I actually want to talk about 3 types of mindset, but before I do that, let's talk about the definition of mindset. And you all probably already know this, and if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes because I want to kind of be a little bit thorough. The definition of mindset is the established set of attitudes held by someone. So that's pretty common. Like, more than likely you already know what type of mindset that you have and whether or not it serves you, right? So the 3 types of mindsets that you could categorize yourself in, or you could categorize yourself under all 3. It's either all at once or at some point in your life. So I want you all to let me know down in the comments, which type of mindset do you currently have? Are you good right there, or do you want to transition into a different type of mindset? Okay, so the 3 types of mindsets are abundance mindset, positive mindset, and growth mindset. To me, that pretty much speaks for itself. Abundance mindset, you have the mindset that you're gonna have abundance, always have abundance, never be in lack, different things like that, so you don't go around worrying about how things are gonna be. You know, am I gonna have enough money to cover all my bills? Is this relationship gonna work out? Or whatever the case may be, you see abundance in every area of your life versus lack. Okay, and so positive mindset, straightforward. Also, you know, do you see things in a positive light? Do you see as half full versus half empty? Or do you always feel like things will never work out for me? Like, I always get the short end of the stick. This is not gonna work out. I'm not gonna go for it. You know, are you led, you know, pretty much being led by fear? How I would categorize having a negative mindset is that you're being led by fear versus faith. You know, you're looking at things fearful view, that you're automatically going to think of things as negative, versus if you was thinking of things in a positive mindset, you know, you activate your faith. You seeing it, even though everything right now look like it's not working out, this ain't gonna work out, how could it work out? But at the same time, you being positive, it's like, well, I know how I look right now, but I'm gonna get that job, or my money, my business gonna boom. You know, this relationship gonna work out. Like, even if it's horrible in the moment, but if you have a positive mindset, you know it's gonna work out, it's gonna happen, it's just taking this time. Or what I like to always say when I'm kind of like in between, because I'm pretty much a positive mindset type person, but sometimes if I'm in between, I like to say, okay, what do I need to learn in this moment? Because I don't want to repeat this same cycle. Like, I hate seeing the same thing over and over from year to year. So if I find myself in a mindset where I'm not growing, which leads us to the next one, I'm not growing, I'm not evolving into the lady that I want to be ultimately, then what do I need to learn? So instead of going from a positive mindset that I know everything gonna work out, to when things ain't working out, just like, okay, teach me what I need to know right now so that it can work out. So you see, you don't automatically go from positive to negative. You can kind of find yourself somewhere in the middle, like, you know, a little fear trying to creep in, and you like, I don't know how it's gonna work out, but then your faith come in and punch fear in the face, like, okay, no, girl, you know you got this, you know, don't worry about how I look right now, plan for how you want it to look going forward. And I hope this all going together, because I feel like I'm just getting on a little rant right now, but if you get it, you get it. You know, if it's for you, you gonna catch it. So I said Mondays, every Monday, y'all know, it's like, if you work a 9 to 5, it's like, okay, back to your 9 to 5, back to the hustle and bustle of the week, the weekend over already. But you know, it's setting, and it's like, okay, yes, it's back to all the hustle and bustle, it's back to the 9 to 5, it's all this and all that, but at the same time, it's like, okay, this I have something to look forward to in life. You know, I gotta go to this job where you may not like all the people, or, you know, you gotta make sure the kids sit, you gotta cook every day of the week, whatever. But at the end of the day, if you want to look at it in a positive mindset, you're like, well, at least I have family members to cook from. And I get on your nerve now, let me say that. I don't want to act like it's also peach and cream, but that's in your family. You're not lonely. You got somebody to cook for. You know, you might not like that job, but at the time being, it's covering your bills. You know what I'm saying? It's teaching you something, I guess. It's teaching you something in that moment of whatever you need to take away from that situation to the next situation. Damn, that kind of just resonated with me. Okay, and so I didn't talk about growth mindset before I jump all the way down to my notes. So growth mindset, I feel like, is that you in a space where you are evolving into yourself, like you transforming from your cocoon to your butterfly stage, but you in the middle. So you still in a little tight spot, you know, you still trying to figure it out, but you on the way to your greatness. So I feel like a growth mindset is just you growing through it. You like growing pains. You know, you may not at this point be at the positive mindset, because you don't know, you in that in-between stage and you trying to see if you're gonna make it through or if you're gonna be stuck in this position. So I feel like personally, if I had to categorize the type of mindsets, I feel like you would start with growth, because growth, although you could be in a dark space or a tight space or unfamiliar, trapped in your life, you can obtain the mindset of that I'm gonna grow through this. You know, I'm not gonna let this take over me and I'm just gonna be stuck here. But you develop a growth mindset knowing that you're growing past that stage. And then once you realize that you're gonna grow past that stage, then you'll go to your positive mindset where you start looking at things on the bright side. You know, I made it through that. You know, I was a caterpillar, now I'm a butterfly. So now I'm gonna be positive. All the powers that I possess, all these beautiful colors on my wings, like I'm a beautiful creature. I'm just gonna be walking my glory, do this and that. Then once you get to that positive mindset and you really settled on it, you know who you are, you don't question yourself. Fear may creep in here and there, but for the most part, you know that you got it going on. You know you're going to the next level. You know you're evolving into that lady, and now you're gonna develop that abundance mindset, because you done grew through it. You done set your mind, you done set the vision, you done prayed over, you done said, God, okay, this is what I want to align my faith with your will, and this is what I want. Then you get that abundance mindset, because then you done went through it all and you like, well, I can have it all. I done went through it all, now I can have it all. So abundantly thinking or abundantly visioning what you can have that's more abundant than where you are now, and then more abundant to that stage that you're trying to get towards. And I, you know, maybe a little biased or whatever, but I feel like you need to, at some point in your life, transition through these mindsets. But if you get stuck in one, just know that you can elevate. Or if you drop down and, you know, you feel like, well, I used to be so positive, but such and such happened, and you feel like you maybe just in the growth stage, and you know, like your teenager, you getting your acne bumps and you getting all your war wounds, and you don't know how to get past that. You got to just reflect back on when you was in the positive stage and when everything was going good, and be like, oh, I've been there, so I can get back there. Just like if something bad can happen and I can go back into this, something good can happen, I can get back to the positive. So, you know, I feel like throughout life, we move through the different mindsets and different things like that, but the ultimate goal is to find the one that resonates with your higher self, who you want to be, even if you're not her today or him, if some men are watching. If that person that you really want to be, that when you was little you said this is who I want to be, or when you finally started trying to find yourself, because sometimes people don't really find themselves until they're older. You say, okay, this is who I see this lady being. I'm saying that from my perspective, and this is what I need to be to get to her. So if I am in one of those mindsets that don't align with her, that's what I'm trying to grow my mind to. That's what I'm trying to align with. So I don't know, but I just feel like I want to keep all three of them at the end of the day, because you may meet somebody that's in one of the mindsets, and then you need to be able to reach them to show them how to get to the next level mindsets. Let me see other little points that I want to touch on. And altogether, your mindset is basically tells a story of who you are. You know, what type of belief system that you have, how strong your faith is. If you have a faith mindset, and I guess I could add this to the list, so you could put these under one of the categories. A faith mindset, you constantly asking yourself, not constantly asking, but constantly telling yourself that this is gonna work out. Like, you always believe that it's gonna happen for you no matter what. Like, it just gotta happen. And if you are a person of faith, then you believe in the Bible, and you know that God's word cannot lie, cannot return void. So if he said it in his word, if it's in that Bible, and then you believe that you can have it, if your faith is that strong, then you gonna get it. So, you know, you partner those two together, baby, it's on the pop, and then you're gonna be that abundant mindset. You see, they all work together. They all work together. Oh, I told you that, you know, pretty much your mindset is built off your faith or belief system, and it's the language of your life. You know, your thought process, however you go around, however your energy is with people. You know what I'm saying? Your mindset shows through that. If you always talking crazy, people gonna categorize you as a person who probably not in the growth stage, because your mind hasn't matriculated to match your age. So your body language, the words you say, your, you know, vernacular, all that don't match up. So people like, okay, what kind of, this how he thinking, this how she thinking at this point, you know what I'm saying? And in some cases it can draw people towards you, in some cases it can push people away from you. So I think that's something to think about. If we don't think that mindset has anything to do with how we carry ourselves or how we, you know, conversate with people and different things like that, but really does, because your mindset is what drives everything that you do. Like, how do you think? However you think, that's how you gonna act. You know, as a man thinking, so is he. So however you think, if you thinking positive, you're gonna show up positive. You're gonna try to do most positive things. Are you gonna do some negative thing or think some negative things sometimes? Yeah, but for the most part, you're gonna be thinking of things in a positive light. So now, I guess if you done made this far in the video, you need to ask yourself, do you need to shift your thinking? Or if your thinking already aligns with the mindset that you want to categorize yourself in, what areas do you need improvement? So if you already feel like your mindset is aligned with the person that you eventually want to evolve into, are there some areas that need to be improved, or are you already just got it all together? Like, you know where your mindset is, you know what you believe in, you know that it's going to continue to serve you, and you good. Well, that's good. But if you at that level, help somebody else who's not at that level. But I feel like even if you in that category, there's some area in that category that you can still improve upon, because you need to keep building your foundation, because you're gonna have weak days. And so if you want to stay in that mindset, even when you have weak days that you don't feel 100% in abundant mindset or positive, or you don't feel like you're gonna grow through it, if you done built up enough and you keep working on those areas of improvement, you're gonna be lean on that and just say, okay, you got this, you got this. You already been and built that up when you need something to lean on. So I would say that. So if it doesn't align, what steps do you need to take to do something differently? What can you do? What can you start today that's gonna make sure that in 1 month, because I think we always say in 3 months or in 6 months, but what can you do today that you can start seeing a difference in yourself in 30 days? That's the challenge, because I'm trying to do this all this month at least. So yes, that is a challenge. So I want to know if anybody wants to participate in that challenge. Let me know in 30 days, what did you feel like you need to work on, and how did you see it changing within yourself in 30 days? And then I'm gonna let y'all know mine too. I'm trying to really work on myself. So, and this is some areas that you may need to do something different in. So is it the way you think, your thought pattern, your thought process, how you look at things? Is it the people that you're hanging around? Is it reconnecting with you believe in God? Or, you know, whatever your spirituality routine is it reconnecting with that? Or is it all three of them, you know? So I would say that are some ways that you can kind of figure out what area I need to tap in and try to improve myself. Thoughts, crowd, and recentering, reconnecting with God. Okay, and then the last thing I'm gonna say, what do you need to unlearn? Now, I recognize the older I get that I need to unlearn like small things of how things should be done in the household. Who should take over this, who should take over that, how I want to raise my baby, you know, versus how my parents raised me. I think especially if you in the African American community, I can't speak for us, I don't know how other cultures do, but I feel like in the African American, we are taught so many things that don't always line up with us when we become adults. And does that make it wrong with the parents teaching us? No, it's what their level of understanding at their time when they were parenting us. But I think as an adult and as you grow into yourself, you need to understand things that don't really make sense for you at this point in your life, and you need to unlearn those things and relearn how to implement some things that you really need to grow, to keep pushing, you know, because a lot of those thoughts or habits could be hindrance to us, and we don't recognize them because like what mama did or grandma used to do it, yeah, that may have worked for them, but is it working for you? So I strongly encourage myself and anybody that's watching that question some of the beliefs you have, or the habits that you have, or the patterns you have, or the way you think, or the way you see things. Question some of those things sometimes if you feel like, why am I like this, or why is this not working out for me? Maybe it's something that you need to unlearn. All right, you guys, I hope you all enjoyed this Mindset Monday. I really enjoyed making it. I was a little bit nervous. I thought I was going to be a little shaky, but I feel like I covered all my points. If you got anything out of this, please let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you're new watching, please consider subscribing to my channel, joining my tribe. I would love to have you all here. All right, you guys, until next Monday, peace, blessings.